We'll call the Village Board of Trustees meeting January 8th, 2024, running just a little bit late. We'll call it 7:07. We'll have the pledge, flag, and that'd be Trustee Clark.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we just stay standing for a minute. Within the chambers of our being resides a wellspring of untapped potential, a reservoir of strength that knows no bounds. May we, with unswerving resolve, recognize our capacity to create change, both within the tapestries of our personal lives and in the world beyond. Let empowerment become the anthem that propels us towards a brighter, more compassionate future. Thank you. Notification of fire exits.
The emergency exit is located to my left and to the rear of the room. In the event of an alarm or emergency, please move in an orderly fashion to the exit and evacuate the building.
Roll call.
Trustee Hammernick.
Here.
Trustee Zimba.
Here.
Trustee Kraft.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Here.
And Mayor Peterson.
Here. First item tonight, approve the village board meeting minutes from the last meeting we had, December 11th, 2023.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion that we approve the village board meeting minutes from December 11th, 2023.
I'll second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Approve the planning board meeting minutes from the November 2nd, 2023 meeting, and you could do all three of them at the same time.
Yeah. Okay, great. Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion to move for its adoption to approve the planning board meeting minutes from November 2nd, 2023.
All together, right?
Item 1,
Just listed out.
Bradley Kyler on behalf of Herbal IQ Dispensary for the property located at 6061 Transit Road, Suite 6055, Depew, New York, 14043. The following matters to be reviewed. They are requesting the following: to apply for a special use permit for a cannabis retail business. Approved. Item number 2, Boiler Engineering and Landscape Architect on behalf of O'Reilly Auto Parts Store for the property located at 6140 Transit Road, Depew, New York, 14043. The following matters to be reviewed. They are requesting the following: for concept plan of the site development of 6140 and 6142 Transit Road for a new commercial auto parts store. Approved. And item 3, Karen Farrell on behalf of the owners of the property located at 56 Columbia Avenue, Depew, New York, 14043. The following matters to be reviewed. They are requesting the following: to subdivide parcel 56 Columbia Avenue as per chapter 260, subsection 260-10, parentheses C. Approved.
I second the motion.
Good job.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Really hit that.
And that's carried.
Thanks, man.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Today we have a somewhat light agenda, and then we also have an executive session towards the end of the meeting. So we'll make sure we give everybody an opportunity to speak if they want to. First off on agenda items, and I'll review the ones that we'll be talking about coming up. First item up is authorize the mayor to sign a proposal from our engineering firm, Nussbaumer and Clark of Lake Shore Road, Buffalo, New York, for the professional engineering services for the Walden Transit Sewer Improvement Project, Phase 5. Next item, that's our ongoing project that we've been doing. Authorize the mayor to sign council fee agreement. I'll refer to our legal on this one. This one is,
You want me to do some explanation now or when we get to it?
Just briefly on this.
Sure. There's a civil litigation case going on against the County of Erie that dates back almost 10 years. It's going to trial soon, and some Village of Depew police officers received subpoenas. This is a wrongful death that occurred at the Erie County Holding Center. Prior to the person passing away, they were initially arrested by the Village of Depew Police Department. We're not a party to the case, but because our officers are being subpoenaed into this higher profile case, it's necessary for us to retain counsel to help guide them through. So that's what that's all about. If the subpoenas didn't come in, we wouldn't need counsel, but they did.
Resolution number 3 is appoint the fire marshal, and that is our new chief, fire chief, Brian Musilak. Appoint the planning board member, Stephen Soka, who is coming back, I believe, to the planning board. He's served his purpose in other years. And term to expire next year at the April meeting. So he's coming back to fill Art Egner's spot.
The balance of his term.
Permission for the fire department to use Engine 2 for training outside the village at Twin District Fire Company, 499 William Street, on Monday, actually today, 6:30 to 9:30. This one slipped through the cracks at the last meeting in early December. Appoint winter recreational seasonal. It's a retro appointment for Tyler Williams to our rec department. Resolution 7, seeker type 2 determination. This is on a new project that we're working on obtaining grant money for. It's a Warner Road culvert replacement. Who wants to speak to that? Anybody?
We've just applied, because New York State came up with some new money, so we applied last year for it, and we're applying again this year for it, so hopefully this year it's approved.
I think the price tag on it is just about $500,000.
$5 million, yeah.
We were successful last year with the Morano Drive.
I know, yeah. That's the second year we're putting in for this one.
Yes, a second go-around. And we have a secret type 2 determination for Phase 8 of our DEC consent order, the village's sanitary sewer collection system. Resolution 9 is authorize the mayor to sign an agreement with the Firefly Administrator, which provides the actuary and third-party administrative and payment services for our LoSAP, Length of Service Award Agreement Program for our fire department members. And also, resolution number 10 is permission for new members to the Depew Fire Department. Cody Burnett, Alexander Nobles is back, huh? Excellent. And then moving up, DFD Junior Firefighter to full firefighter at the Etna Hose Company number 2. So if anybody has comments or questions on those agenda items, feel free to step forward to the podium and let us take a crack at answering them for you. Okay, one more time. Anybody needs a question or answers on those items? And a third time. Okay, let's rock and roll. Number 1, permission to sign the Nussbaumer and Clark proposal.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion to move for its adoption. Be it resolved that Mayor Kevin Peterson is authorized to sign the proposal from Nussbaumer and Clark, Inc., 3556 Lakeshore Road, Suite 500, Buffalo, New York, 14219, for the professional engineering services for the Walden Transit Sewer Improvement Project, Phase 5 CAP.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Hammerneck.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Resolution number 2, authorize the mayor to sign council fee agreement.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following resolution and move for its adoption. Whereas the Village of Depew would like to utilize the services of Nash Connors, PC, for a legal matter. Now therefore be it resolved that Mayor Kevin Peterson is authorized to sign the agreement between the Village of Depew and Nash Connors, PC, effective December 28th, 2023.
I'll second that motion.
Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Hammerneck.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Resolution number 3, appoint the fire marshal for the Village of Depew. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin P. Peterson, hereby nominate Brian Musilak for the position of fire marshal at a salary to be determined by the current budget. I need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Hammerneck.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
All right, official down there. Chief?
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Resolution number 4, appoint planning board member. Okay, Steve's not here today. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Stephen Soka to the Village Planning Board, said term to expire at noon on the first Monday of April 2025 at a salary of $50 per meeting. Need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Hammerneck.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes. Okay. And we have resolution number 5, permission for the Depew Fire Department.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following resolution and move for its adoption. Whereas the Depew Fire Department would like permission to use Engine 2 for training outside the village at Twin District Fire Company, 4999 William Street, Lancaster, New York, 14086, on Monday, January 8th, 2024, from 6:30 PM to 9:30 PM.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Hammerneck.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Appoint Winter Rec Seasonal. This is a retro appointment. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint the following for the winter employment to the Recreation Department with a start date of November 25th, 2023. That person is Tyler Williams. Need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Hammerneck.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Resolution 7. Authorize the seeker Type 2 determination for the Warner Road culvert replacement.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Whereas the Village of Depew is considering improvements to correct deficiencies in the village infrastructure for conveyance of stormwater runoff and improve overall system reliability and service to the community. And whereas pursuant to sections 617.5 parentheses C parentheses 1, 617.5 parentheses C parentheses 2, and 617.5 parentheses C parentheses 6 under seeker. This project is a type 2 action as it involves the maintenance, repair, and replacement in kind of existing stormwater infrastructure with no substantial change to the overall existing drainage conveyance system. Now therefore be it resolved that as a type 2 action under seeker, the project has been found categorically to not have significant adverse impacts on the environment and no further review under seeker is required.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Hammerneck.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Resolution 8, authorize the seeker Type 2 determination for Phase 8.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion, move for its adoption. Whereas the Village of Depew Village is currently under the order of consent with the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, NYSDEC, to address sanitary sewer overflows, SSOs, in the village's sanitary sewer collection system. And whereas the village completed the Phase 8 Sanitary Sewer Evaluation Survey, the SSES, in Sewer Shed 2 to identify potential corrective actions. And whereas the Village of Depew Board of Trustees is considering various improvements to correct sewer system defects and reduce inflow and infiltration. And whereas the Board of Trustees is seeking funding assistance from the New York State Clean Water State Revolving Fund and is therefore subject to the environmental review obligations required to participate in the funding program. And whereas pursuant to Section 617.5 parentheses C parentheses 1, 617.5 parentheses C parentheses 2, and 617.5 parentheses C parentheses 6 under seeker, this project is a Type 2 action as it involves the maintenance, repair, and replacement in kind of existing sewer infrastructure and no substantial change to the existing sanitary sewer collection system. Now therefore be it resolved that as a Type 2 action under seeker, the project has been found categorically to not have significant adverse impacts on the environment and no further review under seeker is required.
I'll second the motion.
A roll call vote, please.
Trustee Hammernick.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes. Resolution 9, authorize the mayor to sign a proposal with Firefly.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion to move for its adoption. Be it resolved that Mayor Kevin Peterson is authorized to sign the amended agreement with Firefly Admin, Inc., who provides the actuary and third-party administrative and payment services for the Village of Depew's Length of Service Award Program, LoSAP.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Hammernick.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Resolution number 10, permission for membership to the Depew Fire Department.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following resolution and move for its adoption. Be it resolved, membership is hereby granted to the following: the Depew Fire Department pending the passing of their physicals. Depew Hook and Ladder Company Number 1, Cody W. Burnett. Depew Hose Company Number 1, Alexander J. Nobles. Moved up from Department of DFD Junior Firefighter to Aetna Hose Company Number 2, Aaron Zaccardi.
I'll second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Item number 11, employment applications were received at Village Hall for Ellen Bio and Nicole Campbell. Department head reports.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion to accept the department head reports. The police, December 2023 and 2023 annual.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. And there's no unfinished or other business. Before we go to public comments and concerns, we do have guests here today. First, I want to welcome Bob Brandon from Senator Tim Kennedy's office. He's back. Good to see you again, Bob. Happy New Year. And he's going to sit this one out today. And we have Elizabeth Brinkworth from Assembly Member Monica Wallace's office.
Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. Thank you, as always, for allowing me a few moments of your time. My name is Elizabeth Brinkworth, and I'm Chief of Staff for New York State Assembly Member Monica Wallace, for those watching. The legislature is back in session. They started up last week, so the member is currently in Albany advocating for a lot of bills and a lot of policies. Tomorrow, be sure to stay tuned. At 1 o'clock, the governor will be giving her annual State of the State address. This is going to determine what initiatives she would like to push within the state of New York, as kind of give a heads up as to what's to come in terms of her budget proposal. So our office is ready to answer the call and see what the governor is going to propose this year, how we can assist, or what we need to do to make sure our district needs are met. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter. That can be found on the New York State Assembly's website. Just click on Member Wallace's link to the members, and that's assembly.state.ny.us. That'll take you to the member sites. We have a lot going on the website, as well as social media posts, so stay tuned for a lot to come. Assemblymember Wallace marked that in this year's budget, we must prioritize funding that ensures people with developmental disabilities are properly cared for. We're seeing a lot in terms of IDD families who are finding a hard time in terms of group homes, care workers that come into the home and assist families just due to funding as well as staffing issues. So we're hoping to make this an initiative in this year's budget just to kind of help those who are in need. Assemblymember Wallace's bill was signed into law. This law permits employees of public utility corporations or public utility companies to have access to certain restroom facilities without being a paying customer. What we found is if utility workers are out doing works on lines and they don't have access to a restroom, and there might be a restaurant nearby, some restaurants were actually forcing them to pay in order to use the bathroom while they were fixing, the electricity or whatnot. So Member Wallace took that bill on and got it signed into law. In December, Assemblymember Wallace had the honor of receiving. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
So
Hey,
the
it's
signs that say
Is he this here?
restrooms only for paying customers, that's no longer legal? Is that what you said?
Only for those who are like utility companies, like NYSEG, National Grid.
Okay.
Like specifically if they're working on a power line, National Fuel, like they have to be like a member of a utility provider. It's not like everyone in the public.
Would that apply to first responders too?
If anyone gave a first responder a hard time about using the bathroom, they might question if they have to call 911 next time. I mean, that's me, word to the wise. Assemblymember Wallace also had the honor of receiving a honorary doctorate degree. It was a doctorate of humane letters from Duville University. She gave a commencement address to the class of 2023. It was the fall address to nursing students who graduated in the fall, as well as physician's assistants and a couple nurse practitioners. So it was really exciting. My sister was one of those graduates, so it was awesome to know who was giving the speech. So she wishes all the Duville graduates the best of luck. Assemblymember Wallace initiated a letter to FEMA asking FEMA to amend its rules for providing emergency federal funding to local governments that experience severe snowstorms. Nearly 36 colleagues, both in the New York State Assembly and Senate, had signed onto this letter requesting this rule change. If FEMA were to amend its rules during snowstorms, like it does for tornadoes, hurricanes, whatnot, this would allow municipal local governments to have access to readily funds that are made through FEMA so they could get reimbursed immediately. Because we felt, given the blizzard that happened in 2022, as well as that Thanksgiving snowstorm, anything we can do to get those funds quickly to local municipalities, we will. And then lastly, if anyone has any questions, there's a lot going to be happening in the next 6 months with the New York State Legislature. A lot of questions and concerns, so feel free to reach out, have constituents reach out. We know there's a lot going on, but we're here to help and here to assist and provide guidance through any policies that might come down through New York State.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you. All right, we'll start those up here on the dais. We'll do Captain Kerr from our police department.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just regarding the end-of-year report for 2023 and the monthly report. I'll just go over some numbers here from the chief of police.
Hey, Bill, can you pull that mic down?
Oh, that would help. Sorry. So last year for 2023, we finished the year off having answered 12,525 overall complaints or calls for service. Accidents, we handled about 362 accidents, 51 injury accidents. Last year we had a spike in some, for some reason we had 6 pedestrians involved in accidents and 4 bicycles. Just one of those strange occurrences. And then those were the total numbers for the year. December alone saw 1,060 complaints and 29 accidents. Probably mostly weather related. That's about all I have to add.
Okay. You have, the recruits from our last meeting start coming up?
We did, yeah. We right before the holidays. For those of you who may have been here, we hired a bunch of new recruits. Some were in various states of preparedness already. We had one young man who'd already attended the academy. He's going for a refresher. It starts on the 22nd. I forget how many weeks that is, but it's a much more abbreviated version, so he'll be available for the field training program pretty quickly, probably sometime by the end of February. We have 2 recruits that graduated back in December that joined us. They're well underway in their field training officer program. And then we have 3 that are attending the academy. That academy starts also January 22nd, and it's a good 6 months before they'll be back to us and then on to our field training officer program. So we got a lot of new, fresh faces coming, and it's going to help us because we've been, short some officers with the, most places are suffering from
Sure.
personnel shortage. So we were very fortunate to get some good candidates in our last go-round of interviews.
I know Chief Miller shared that it was the most candidates since 1965, I believe,
At one time, yeah.
at one time.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Cap.
You're welcome.
We're going to go on this side. Our new fire chief, Brian Musilak.
Good evening, everyone. Last year, for 2023, we ended with 372 calls. This year, we're off to a slow start this first week. We only have 2 for the first week, but just kind of down from what we usually are, but I'm sure it'll end up picking up at some point in time. And when it does, we'll be ready for it. Our new utility vehicle that the village board approved, mayor and the village board approved for us, that's making good progress. Cab and chassis ordered. Just waiting for that to be delivered before they'll start building the body. We're hoping to possibly take delivery sometime late fall this year, with any such luck. And with the snow on the horizon here, we've been pretty fortunate, but we're going to get some sounds this weekend. Just make sure that your vents are all clear and everything from the snow, so that CO doesn't build up and back up into your residence. If it does, obviously give us a call and come out and assist you in any way we can. That's it.
All right.
Thank you.
Our legal attorney, Sam Alba.
Okay, so I touched on why we're going to executive session tonight. Beyond that, I don't want to steal Trustee Adolph's thunder, but we're working on a new local law on a cutting edge issue.
Steal away. Steal my
Steal
thunder.
away.
We're looking at creating a small fee to have a dumpster in a residential area and a separate small fee for commercial dumpsters. Some other municipalities have done this throughout New York State. We're using their examples as a guidepost. We're going to find something that's just right for the village of Depew. I'm not going to steal Trustee Kraft's thunder on her initiative, though, which you don't need a local law for.
That is still in the works, sir.
And yeah, that's about it. We still have a few Article 7 cases kicking around, the tax challenges. Nothing too significant.
I think it was key to note that the dumpster, the dumpster law is more about time limits sitting in somebody's residential
Right.
driveway, as an example.
Right.
Yes, this isn't a way for the municipality to grab pennies, pennies and penny pinch on it. It's a more of a means to hold the resident accountable for the time they allow the dumpster to sit on their lot. So
All right. We're going to jump to DPW. Ken's pick.
Not too much. One of the biggest things with the snow plowing is for people to keep their garbage cans off the street and keep them on the grass. We had a lot of complaints of our drivers. We started cutting trees and trimming trees. With the snow, like you said, keep your sidewalks and your hydrants clear. That's about all I have.
Okay. Recreation Department, Kevin Ferguson.
This weekend, we have a big hockey tournament. It's called the Cup. There's probably about 30 teams coming in. They rent the rink from Friday, all day Friday, Friday night, and all day Saturday and Saturday night. We had about 17 lights out in the rink. Kenny and these guys came to the rescue and helped out and got everything back in order in about 5 hours. We didn't lose one nickel either, so that worked out really well, especially for this tournament coming up.
And George and the electrical.
And George, the electric
I
guy.
forgot about George. George was the guy that put him up. I shouldn't forget him.
Excuse me.
With that, if we didn't have the fixed, we wouldn't have got it done. Also, too, we have Learn to Skate. We get about 35 in this session now. Already signed up for the next session is about 32. So I'm looking at about 40 in that.
I'll be okay.
Open skate, we have about 30 to 40 every Saturday and Sunday. So it's going very well. And that's all I got.
I know OEM is not here today, but RJ and Galen are posting on our Facebook about the upcoming wind episode. So if you have any issues or have some concerns, check our Facebook posting. They will keep that up to date as that event unfolds. Across the way here, Kate is with our code enforcement office in our building department.
Winter months, it's a slow start to the year for us. Not a lot of people building in January, even though the weather doesn't look that bad. Lots of plumbing permits are coming in for renewal, and we're gonna work together with legal and Andrew to figure out the dumpster fee schedule for commercial and residential. And I'm also gonna try to work with DPW to streamline the grass cutting issues that will be coming in the spring and
Okay.
travel through the summer.
Thank you. Trustee Zimba.
Congratulations, Brian. Everything you can do to keep our residents safe is appreciated on my end. For the residents, the Northeast South Towns Home Hazardous Waste Group that I'm a part of is a plan coming earlier, not recent future, it's going to be coming in March and April to fund 50% of a composter. So I'll keep you updated on the details for that. That's all.
All right. Trustee Hammernick.
I just want to let everybody know that possibly April of 2024, we will be having the grand opening of our community center. So, thank you very much.
Very good. On the other side of the table, Trustee Kraft.
Welcome, Chief Muselik. I have nothing yet.
You can let the cat out a little bit if you want.
We are going to be implementing a program to help those that are in our community that are unable to get to their driveways or their sidewalks for snow removal. We're going to try to pair those residents with volunteers. It's all going to be like a volunteer basis, and get them paired together so that hopefully we can stay on top of the snow removal, especially on the sidewalks. We don't have a lot of the details yet, but hopefully by the next meeting.
It's something that caught my eye. City of Pittsburgh does it. They call it Snow Angels. We're looking to see if we can implement that here in the village. Perhaps break the village into 5 quadrants similar to the garbage pickup. And we would have guidelines as to who would be qualified to receive the service. Typically elderly, more than 62, those that maybe have health issues, those that do not have the ability to contract that kind of work out to individuals due to financial reasons, or don't have the family members. And then we look for volunteers in the village that are in that same quadrant or fifth that might be able to match up with that person. So it's an ambitious program. We're going to see if we can't get at least the footprint of it down for this year. If we have weather like we've been having, it'd be certainly great. We won't need it, but thought we would give this a try. And Janelle is working on it with me as well as Trustee Hammernick. Deputy Mayor Adolph?
That's me.
That's you.
Congratulations, Chief. Welcome aboard. Pull out your calendars because April 27th is Arbor Day celebration for Depew.
Are you sending Paul an invitation?
Yeah, personally.
Okay.
I will give him an invitation.
Thank you.
You got it, buddy.
It's at Fireman's Park, Paul.
Is that also Earth Day?
I think Earth Day is like 21st or the 22nd.
It's the
Earth Day is the
22nd.
22nd.
Yeah,
I can tell you because that's my 6-year-old's birthday.
that's my sister's birthday. There you go. Anywho, stay on task. April 27th is Arbor Day. We will hopefully be having, the celebration has been growing every year, so we will be handing out trees again and look forward to having Depew residents show up and help greenify our community. I'll leave it at that.
Thank you. Village Administrator Regina Kwiatkowski?
Well, speaking of marking your calendars, we did put out on our Facebook page, and we also do have handouts for those who don't have Facebook, our calendar of events. You already got one, Paul? Perfect.
See, he already got his invitation.
We think about you all the time, Paul. Yes, we do.
But listing out all of our events for the year that we have planned so far, our summer concert series, we are starting a week earlier, and we are skipping the week of 4th of July. We're still determining bands for that, but we already have some great feedback from our food vendors already signing up, wanting extra days, and we have so many different groups that want to be a part of our event too, that unfortunately we just don't have room for everybody. But it lists out our Fall Fest. We're picking some different days there, hoping possibly for better weather and, a better way to showcase Fireman's Park. But we're definitely going to have other events than just those that are listed on there. So stay tuned.
Just to show you how widespread the concert series has gotten, we're evaluating somebody from Long Island who's interested in playing here.
Ooh.
A John Fogerty tribute.
Oh, then you know they're good.
Actually, they are very good.
Yeah.
I
Listening
believe
to
it.
They've reached out multiple years.
Yeah.
Everything on a polka band. I've been asking for a few
Polka
years.
band, we are going to help you with that as well this year.
I know, Brian, I agree.
And is the Sam Alba experience going to get to open?
Sam
up?
Alba, we will evaluate that as we get closer.
Okay.
And as long as we're name dropping,
I'll try out.
we've spent a couple of years trying to get this band to our Founders Day, and this year we're successful. On Friday, our lead band is Strictly Hip, featuring music from Tragically Hip, very, very popular Canadian band, and they'll be performing on stage on Friday, and of course the Nerds Gone Wild will be on Saturday. So. And I'll just share that the Village of Lancaster is celebrating their 175th anniversary, and that's the entire week there from, I believe it's from
The 30th.
the 30th before, right straight through the 6th. So there'll be many events over there, and we're sort of laying low that week. That's why there's no concert, in deference to the efforts that they're putting forth in the village, our neighbors. All right, now we'll open it up. Anybody have any questions?
Oh, Audrey's got something.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Also, April 8th is Eclipse, the Eclipse, and we're going to have a very big festivities in the village of Lancaster, along with a chicken barbecue and a band and everything else. So, along with Depew and everything. So just watch for everything to come. It's going to be a big day. A lot of people coming to the area. Everything's sold out already. All the hotel rooms.
Very good. Again, anybody that has questions, step to the mic, name and address, and we'll do our best.
Dave Burkhardt, 5 Lee. I got a question about the planning board, the number 3, the property located at 56 Columbia. It's going to be looking to subdivide it. What kind of property is that?
It was a residential property. They were just subdividing the back part of their parcel to add on to the neighbor behind it. They were gifting it to that neighbor, and he's going to combine it with his parcel.
Wasn't that the one with the creek?
Yeah, there's a creek just dividing it, so it's just dividing right at the creek.
I mean, he's actually selling part of that property?
Selling, gifting, whatever he does with it after, he just needed our approval to.
He was already, I'm sorry to cut you
Yeah.
off. He was already maintaining it for the neighbor, and it was more of a ceremonial subdivision to memorialize what's already occurring.
Okay. I was curious, how come the approval of the planning board meeting minutes from November, how come they're just being approved now, by this board today? How come it wasn't in December? I'm just curious.
They weren't available in December. December, we had other meeting minutes on there, so it depends upon when they go on.
We also didn't have a meeting on December 26th.
Or else
Normally we
they
have
would
2,
have-
we only had 1 meeting in December.
Well, you had one earlier in the month, though.
Well, let's just put it this way. It's an awful lot of work to transcribe the meetings. We have limited staff,
Oh,
mainly,
okay, because of the holidays, okay.
Yeah.
well, any time. It's a lot of work to do that.
Okay, I just get a couple other questions. As far as the rink goes, with the problems they had at Holiday, do our heaters in the rinks, do they get checked every year, or?
Well, just so you know, I had, I kind of like, my light bulb went off and I sent Chief Gothier an email that night after front because I was panicking. And he says, no, you have propane tanks. He goes, you're going to be fine. And my guys go back there and they see all the CO2s and stuff like that, and they're all up to snuff. Everything's good.
Yeah, it's kind of a wake-up call when you read that in the paper. My son skated
I think
at
I
Depew and Holiday,
I think I
and
felt when 100 people went to the hospital.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's why I was panicking. That's why I sent him an email. He said, you're fine.
And everybody here, as far as the Monica Wallace, you could write her or call her. As far as the switching everything over to electric, if you feel that it's unnecessary, being a retired member of National Fuel, that's the way I feel. And you could always call her and voice your opinion on whether the state should be doing that. I mean, I think the governor's trying to push that, and I don't feel it's necessary. The electric company says they can't handle it as of now, and so I wish everybody would call Monica and let her know one way or the other how you feel about it. So, all right, thank you.
Hey,
Dave.
Dave, this board did a resolution letting her know how we felt about that, that we were in opposition of strictly electric.
I mean, it's
Am I accurate with that, board?
Yes.
Am I accurate with that? I read the resolution.
natural gas is one of the cleanest energies. We have an abundance of it, so you got to stick with that.
This board was unanimous in that position.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Paul, you're disappointed. Come on.
Well, you
Let him take the night off. Let him
already
take
talked
the
about
night off.
Lancaster events.
That was his New Year's resolution.
All right.
All right? Okay, we have a game to watch, right?
Audrey
Well-
does.
Yeah, Michigan.
All right, so we will close the public comments. We'll do claims and accounts and just touch on the adjournment since we're going to be going into executive session before that. So claims and accounts, please.
Yep, the claims and accounts have been audited by the Finance Committee and they are ready for approval.
$274,523.46 from the general fund, $12,059 from community development, $859 from the sewer fund, and $17,273.94 from capital projects, for a total of $304,715.40.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Just touch on the adjournment, who we're doing it in favor of. We'll actually do the adjournment after we come back from executive session, so.
I'm requesting a moment of silence for Robert Schulte, who passed away on New Year's Eve. He was a 26-year member of our fire department, the Hook and Ladder Company. So if we could have a moment of silence before we adjourn for executive session, I'd be grateful.
Okay, and if one Deputy Mayor Adolph, you could take us into executive session.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to move to executive session in relation to legal and labor at 7:50 PM.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It is carried. At what time again was it?
7:50 PM.
Okay. Used to it, Darren.
We are returning from executive session at 8:30 PM. No decisions were made. I'd like to make a motion to return from executive session at this time.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. And finally, the adjournment.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion that we adjourn this evening's meeting at 8:30 PM.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Go Wolverines.